Hello homeschoolers and welcome back to the channel prepping you for fall 2020. My name is Rachel and I'm a homeschool mom of going on 3 years now. So that isn't a long time, but I know how frustrating and intimidating getting started can be since it wasn't that long ago for me. So today we're going to be talking about how to perfect your schedule while you're still planning it. Last week we talked about how to make a tentative schedule. I'll link it here. And we just laid it out with post-it notes so that it was very flexible because life does happen. And when life happens, we should be able to change it. So today we're going to be talking about 4 tips for scheduling your homeschool day. Let's go. The first tip for scheduling your homeschool day is pay attention to patterns that are already set in place. The worst thing you want to do is go ahead and schedule a homeschool day start date, and then your kids have been sleeping till 11, but you wake them up at 8. Screaming, it's time to go, and you have 7 subjects lined up back to back with all of them hours long. That will be so much frustration on your part and theirs. It'll make for a very rough beginning. So pay attention to the rhythms that your family already has in place. These rhythms can be when they wake up naturally. If they are sleeping till 11 and you want to keep that, fine. But if they are sleeping till 11 and you want to start easing them in, just like we did, with public school when we transitioned from summer to fall, go ahead and start doing that now and just find that ideal time when they wake up. They do not have to wake up at 6:30. They do not. Children are not naturally wired to wake up that early. And as a homeschool family, you are blessed with that extra time that they can get the rest they need without the sleep deprivation that they usually experience. So find a time that works best for them to wake up. That's reasonable. Not 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but that's reasonable. Other patterns that might already be in place are naps. So if you have youngers and there's nap times in place, put those down in your schedule and have those be kind of the bookmarks of what goes where. Because those wake up time, nap time, lunchtime, those are the things that don't really move that much. So also be thinking about when your child is most focused. When is your child most attentive, and put the hardest subject there. If that is in the morning, great. Put math or science or language arts or whatever it is that your child just needs that little bit of extra boost in. Put it when they're most focused. If that's in the afternoon, great. If that's in the evening, wonderful. It doesn't matter when it is, but just pay attention to that and put those harder subjects for them in those most optimal times for their brain, whenever their brain works the best. So by paying attention to that now, and also when you do start homeschooling, if you found out that, you start noticing that there was a better time for that, move it. You have the freedom to do that. This isn't something set in stone. This isn't something that you have to be bound to. You have the flexibility and freedom to move it so that your child excels the best they can. The second tip I have for you about scheduling is use naps and nursings to your advantage. A lot of us have littles at home, and it can be a juggle. It can be a struggle. It can be all those things when you have a little one that's very needy, that has a lot of attention, and you have another one struggling with algebraic equations. So use naps to your advantage. If you have a child that needs that extra help, schedule it during nap time, whatever that subject is. If you have a child that is really free-flowing and can work on their own, great. Use that time when you are focusing in on your little one. You can balance this, but you have to just start paying attention to, like I said, those rhythms that your family naturally has. Don't ever try to go against the grain of anything that your family is doing, because you already are living life. Just add homeschooling to it. Just enrich your life with homeschooling. Don't try to lay down homeschooling on your life. Let life happen. Let learning happen the best it can. The third tip I have for you is consider block scheduling. You don't have to do all the subjects every day. In fact, that may be too much to do. So go ahead and give yourselves the time and the attention and all that stuff with a block schedule. So for instance, you can do some subjects every day. For us, we do math every day, but we do not do history every day. We do not do science every day. We do not do all these things every day because that would just feel too much. And so we will do it. You can be very structured and formal with this. You could have, history 2 days a week and science 3 days a week. Whatever it is for you that you think is best, have the freedom to do it. You are designing your schedule and you get to choose. So Consider block scheduling if when you're designing your schedule, it's just like, there's so many things to fit in here. A block schedule could work for you. Just do some subjects one day, do some subjects on one day, and then do the others the other day. The fourth tip I have for you on scheduling is be flexible. We already talked about this, but it needs its own bullet point. Be flexible. Don't be so flexible that you're like, well, it doesn't matter. You don't want to be that comfortable, but if something isn't working, change it. If something isn't working, collaborate with your family to make the best choice for them because they're involved too. They don't really get to have a say in their public school life because there's too many kids. If everybody had their own say, it would be too much. And it's too hard to even put like a democracy in there because there's too much. So go ahead and collaborate with your children. Ask them when they would like to do math or whatever, like ask them if this feels too much, if they would like to move to a block schedule. They have the capability of thinking that through with you, and it will make their experience homeschooling so much more rewarding when they have that ownership and partnership with you. Fist bump, we got this, and I look forward to seeing y'all on Thursday where we're going to be talking about morning basket, my favorite morning activity. We got a science project done! Man, you want to show it off? Look at this, they made a bridge. Very cool. You want to say bye?
Bye.